Hi everybody, Humble here. Kind of a strange screen to come into a video on, but if you'll take a look under the opponents, you'll see a smattering of Ferraris with a couple of Lotuses thrown in for good measure. Starting position random. I'm going to put myself way back at the end. I'm going to start at the end. And we've got 14 opponents, and everybody seems to be happy. We got 100% opposition strength, but the aggression I kicked down to 60.3 because they're just destroying each other, beating each other to a pulp. Now I want you to realize too that these are stock Kuno's cars. These are not my monkey business. The only ones that are specialty cars are these right here, and they're from Ferrari Man, I think 604, and if I'm wrong, please forgive me. I'm just not up on the names as best as I should be. Now, the little Donkvort, come on over here and take a look at this critter in the CM showroom, and you'll see that I made some modifications to it. And let me get a color that you can see the modifications a little bit better. The darker colors don't show up as well as this. Now, here we go. You can see this very, very nicely. Now, admittedly, this might not be something that the Donkvort people would particularly enjoy seeing because it looks a little different than they had intended. I added a scoop so we can have a little more cooling on the battery, and I added Dr. Doom's Labs beautiful trumpets, and I added some lights so that everybody is happy. Now if I turn the lights on, you'll see the trumpets even light up, and the dashboard and the springs and all kinds of goodies light up just because they're fun to do, I find. And I added Beto Fernandez's Viper calipers to the back because we had no calipers. I don't know if it was on purpose or they forgot to put them in or what the deal, but we didn't have any. All we had was these little buggers in the front. Now we have to cool those brakes, so obviously one side cools the other's brake and this cools this one. And we had to keep them cool, so that was the deal for that. Now, SingleRacer, Michael, you might know. I know you know him. He's famous. But he asked me to go ahead and make a Donkvort that was humbelized. Well, this is the humbelized edition. From the sky, it looks like it's flipping at a bird. But you know I'm apt to do stuff like that. And we've got nice flames. We've got good exhaust pipes that are... Don't try chroming the ones that come stock on the unit, or you're going to chrome a good third of the car. And it will not launch. So if you think you're going to chrome these pipes, I'm going to tell you right now, have a nice day, but what you're going to end up doing is making the car so it won't launch. Too many things are dependent on that to work when you pull that. I've already tried it. I was going to chrome the living shit out of it, but it wouldn't launch. I had one error after the next. Now, for anybody who has this car, and you try to take it out at night and you try to enjoy the lights, you're going to find out they almost don't work at all. Reason being is because of the glass. Now if you touch, I got to get to the window where we can do it, but if we get to the first window and you go over here and touch the glass, and you'll see over here, it didn't do it, but if I'll do it again, there. It'll say TX diffuses glass, okay? But if you come up to the material, Donkvort, and you hit the three balls, and you'll see what the material's made out of. See diffused glass. Go to the values. You'll probably have normal and normal. If you want to see through the window at night, alpha testing and off is what you want. Now you don't just want the one side of the glass, you want both sides of the glass, because believe it or not, there's two sides to the glass. It's got a front glass and a back glass. You have to do it to both of them if you want to see out this thing at night. Now, in game, you can actually see that there is some glass. You won't see the bird shit or the bug splatters, which I don't particularly enjoy anyway, because the object to see is to see. And I'm kind of into seeing, not into not seeing. So regardless of whether it's just not realistic, Humble. You would see bug splatters and all kinds of bird shit. Yeah, well, nice, but I'm not into it to that degree. If I've got to go through that bullshit, I'm not interested. So that's where we are. And I did put a nice chrome spoiler in the front and obviously one up on the back. Now, so I did borrow parts from this car, that car, your grandmother's sedan, to get this thing to where I wanted it. And I did put a special single racer world champion in honor of Single Racer, obviously, and because I enjoy him and I enjoy his channel, and he's been a friend for many years, and he's one person who can dish it out, but he can also take it. So he's a nice fellow, and we've gone around the raspberry bush a few times, and I'm all scratched up from the rashes, so I'm going to leave it be. But he's a nice friend, and I enjoy Michael. And as far as being a top-of-the-line driver, he is as good, I think, as anybody I've ever seen. Well, let's leave it at that, as I've ever seen. There may be far better. As we all know in life, no matter how good you think you are, somebody's going to come along and be way better than you are. And I'm starting to see now, which I'm really happy, is there's some people out here doing remods. They're catching on to it, whether on their own or they maybe seen a video or two of mine or what the deal, but they're starting to do remods. And I'm seeing some really cool shit, too. Now, if I hit T, we're going to fix these effing lights, and if anybody knows how to make these bastards stay put after you adjust them, please tell me. And if you can find out how, because you guys are sharper internet dudes than I am, let me know, because it's a pain in the ass having them unadjusted all the time. Now, you know doggone well, of all the people who've been a huge help to me has been Jody Parks, and I'll be honest with you, he really has. So we have to have a special Jody Parks skin with a special Jody Parks driver. Now, see this guy? I'm not big on the helmets and all the bullshit. I mean, it's cool, but after a while, why the fuck you wearing a helmet in a vehicle? I mean, I'm not into that shit. So I want a guy that I could just see, a normal dude, because half the time I don't race, honest to God, race cars anyway. So that's Ben Collins. Ever hear of the Stig? Of course you've heard of the Stig. Well, that's the Stig. That's Ben Collins. He's from Test Drive. Well, you never got a chance to see his face, but there he is, Ben Collins. Now, let's take you over there. So if you get this car off of the link that I put on Michael's site, come on over here quick, and I'll show you how to fix this thing if you can't get it to load, because the SingleRacers said it didn't load for him. Okay, come on over to the data folder, which you can now get at because I've opened it all up, and I've used the KN5 file to open up all of the textures, so you've got all the textures that are in the car. Okay, come over to the data folder, come down to driver 3D. See this? Now, it was November 12th of 2018 where I got this guy. Open him up, it'll tell you, model driver. Right at the top, driver Ben Collins. Now that's who he is. Now you have to have this physical guy inside your Assetto Corsa in order for this to work. If for any reason it doesn't work, put a different driver in there. So granted, you're not going to have the suits match unless you use a 2016 driver, because that's where all the suits come from that are the drivers using. All right, let's just grab one. See, 2016 suit DIFF, 2016 suit NM, and there's where and the gloves and whatever. So that's the deal. So if you have any driver that's a 2016, he's going to be fine. If you don't, then you're not. Now come over here. This is the car's deal. Let's come back to the original Assetto Corsa. Yeah, it is in the content. So open that up. Come down to drivers. See this? Open that up. Now these are all your different drivers. Now this is the guy you would need to have in order for it to work. Driver face mod. That's who he is. That's what it's going to look for with that car. Now if you come down here to the actual KN5 of it, and you'll see that these are, I don't know why that's there. Well, we'll leave it for now. But let's look for the guy. There he is right there. This is what you need. And I got it October 23rd of 17. So that's how long I've had him. But you'll need Ben Collins in this folder here. Now, I really should. I probably should make a little thing like this and put it on there so everybody who wants to use it can. It's just that easy. It's the same thing with driver with sunglasses. Now these are drivers that don't have the helmets on. All the other drivers do. Now if take a look and we'll see if we have driver 2016, if there is such a thing. You would think there would be because the suits say that. And now here is the Xerox or Xdrox or whatever the fuck it is, Zdrox 60 suits and helmets. Now if you open that up, these are the stuff that I'm using, and they're the 2016 stuff. So that's you get this off Race Department. And so these things should be like this casual driver skin pack. You can get that off Race Department. And this has the different stuff, leather and all kinds of goodies that but they're using 2016 as well. So as long as you keep things together, you're going to have a happy guy. Now, non-helmet drivers, here they are. The Asian guy, the black guy, the Euro guy, and all these, if you want to have different faces of the driver in your game. Okay? Now we've even got Soviet helmet. I've got a whole bunch of good stuff. So that's why it didn't launch. But what we're going to do right here is simply do this. We're going to come over here and send to compressed zip file. Kabingo. There's Ben. We're going to yank him over onto the desktop. And I will put him on Michael's site. So at least you have him. Okay? And all you have to do very simply is look, there's your car, benchmark, career, cars. You won't have Kunos, and I spelled it that way so I know what's going on. These are all the original Kunos cars. These are garages, and I have them so I can keep track of what I'm doing. But if you'll be right under cars, it won't have current workbench. That's me with more cars I'm working on, so I can find the bastards. If I have one car's garage with 2,000 cars, it's a real pisser to figure out what the fuck I'm doing. But go to your driver, and that's where he'll be. Unpack him and put him in your driver's thing, and then you'll have him in the days ahead if you ever want to use him. Okay? And that's how that works. Now, what you'll want to do also is obviously, now here's the deal, is, well, how do I get him into the car, Humble? Now we're into a little world of shit because he has to go as a 3D driver right here. And you're not going to have that. You're going to have the KN5, but you're not going to have this. Now, how the hell do I get that to you? Well, like this. You take the 3D driver, you go to send to compressed unit, bango. We've got your 3D driver. Now I put that over here with Ben Collins, and you got it. So you're going to want to unpack the 3D driver. Did I lose him? No, he's right there. And you're going to want to put him in your car. And then you're going to want it, because you don't, I've tried putting it in here before, and I'll be doggone, I haven't had any luck with it. I don't know where you put the son of a bitch, other than in your driver's folder. So I think that's the name of the tune. Now, if we go to this a KTM crossbow, you can't even get to, you can't get there to fuck with anything. There is no data folder, so you're screwed. And driver base position, you can do that, and here's your different LODs, level of detail, B, C, and D. I just learned what that means today from Jody, level of detail. So, all that to say this, if you want to use that car that I just slapped up on, actually, what I'll do, I don't know if you're going to want this one too. This is the newest version of it. It's really bizarre. I'm going to be honest with you. Don't plan on taking this car to anywhere that has a lot of curves and turns and all that other shit, because let me be honest with you. I'm just going to tell you up front, you're going to have a pisser of a time. You're not going to like it. It's going to suck. I'm going to cut to the chase and not tell you I made the greatest car in the world. We're sporting 2,420 horse, so you figure it out. And we do have all-wheel drive, so it's a help. Oh, the sound is coming from this. A KTM Expo R. Okay, isn't that neat to find out where the sound for this is original sound. That's where they got it from. All right, but this is the deal, and we're going to go race these right now, so don't get excited. But if you would like this car, with this particular setup that I did with the dude and all that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm not trying to be a dickhead. It's just Bogart Michael's YouTube channel. That's not what I'm trying to do. I've got my own YouTube channel, and I can't tell you I've got 1 billion subs. I got a handful of people that watch me, and then a few others that subbed many years ago and then probably never came back again. But all that monkey business aside, I will set this car on. This is Humble's humbelized unit. It may have the same name as the other one, but as you can see, it's quite a bit more elaborate. And as I say, it's drivable. It's not bad. On Nardo, you're going to have a good time, and a few people, very few people, are going to be able to hang with you because you're going to be able to do a good job. So let's take this red one right here, and we're going to take and do a little race on there against all these heavy-duty cars. Okay? Obviously, I'm not having the opponent's aggression down to 60 because I'm afraid of them. They're beating the shit out of each other, and we can't get a decent race. That's why I'm doing it. So let's head on. We've got only 5 laps, so that doesn't take long going as fast as we're going to go. So come on along with Humble. And I wanted to tell you, thank you so much for every one of you who prayed for me to heal over little Squonky's disappearance. It's been 10 days since she's been gone. And yesterday I noticed I woke up and I feel just normal. No pain. I mean, no emotional pain. And it's the fastest I've ever healed over anything of this nature. I've had some of them that have just about killed me in real life. So the deal is, thank you for praying for me. Your prayers did avail much. I do feel just normal again, and I'm glad of it. So here's our car, and let's get going here. Gears take us up to 534. Tires are already set. That's exactly where you're going to want them. The experimental slicks come off the Red Bull Racer. 77 liters is fine. Let's go on up to 40% turbo. Aero that you can adjust now, which you couldn't before. I'm just going to put to 1%, and all the rest is fine, so we don't need to monkey with it. All right, here we are. Am I happy with these? Well, we better be happy because it's going to take off right now. All right. See, they're squirrely bastards. It's hard to know how to get around them. Get up to 100%. All right. We got a pretty good race. Whoa! See, that's the shit that you got to be worried about. Now we got an accident way up ahead by the looks of things. We do. We got to try to drive around it. All right. We got 5 laps in which to catch these guys, so we should be fine. We're coming up on them with a good clip, and they're fighting it out bad. Trust him at all. Okay. We'll find our way around, don't worry. How do you like the nice readable HUD we've got now? Look at that shit. Now that's the part that I gotta be careful of. We're going for fucking first place. Alright, there we go. We've escaped the sons of bitches and we're on our way. I was able this morning to go in and make some adjustments in Assetto Corsa. The MIP LODs needed to be changed to 0 rather than -2. So we will be able to look at the replay without the sky having the big triangles popping in and out all the time. So that's why we did this race. And so you're going to enjoy the replay a lot better. 309 sustained. think it can go to 11 something, 11.5, somewhere in there. You can see our liters dropping. And it'll do that with 100% turbo. We've got 2 turbos on the car. A little bit of force feedback fighting me in the wheel, but it's because we're going at 314 miles per hour. Now that's miles per hour, that's not kilometers per hour. Don't dare hit that son of a bitch. Okay. Well, actually, we're going faster than that. We're doing 320, 321. All right, it was off a little bit. Okay, 321. All right, it goes faster than I thought. But it's a very stable car on Nardo. Don't plan on winning any races on Nürburgring against these F1 cars. You'll never get around the track without crashing. So if you ask me, is this your top of the line car you ever remodded? No, it's not. But it's fun. And that's what I was trying to do. Sometimes you just gotta have fun and not worry so much about, you know, perfection. This is just fun. It's fun though. I'm enjoying it. Soon we'll come up to these other cars again. Then we have to make a decision on what we want to do. Yeah, see here we're coming up on one right now. Maybe we'll hang with him a little bit, hang off to the side. Get a look at him anyway. We can do it without being harmed by him. Is that a Lotus Eos? I'd love to run right alongside him, but the bastard will try to attack me. Yeah, it's a Lotus Eos. Lotus 98, I think. So we got to be careful. What happened? How did we lose our friggin' miles per hour? There it goes. How the hell did that happen? There it goes again. Now that's a weird thing. That must be in this shift linkage. Let me try that again. There it is. Is it in the shift linkage? That's weird. That's weird. Oh well. You can't trust them sons of bitches. Now, there's no reason for him to have done that at all. Okay, we did. We won this one. Fourth doesn't work? Yeah, it does now. Third? Yeah. Second? In 130? Yeah. Look where our turbo is. Holy shit. 328, so we're doing it faster than that. I'd say it's fun. It's a good car. So I will put this up. I'll put a link on there. I'll put it on my channel. I'm on one of Bogart Michael's channel. I'll put a link to this car and the driver so you can enjoy it. And I wouldn't take it anywhere but Nardo, or you're going to complain to me, oh, the car's overpowered, it doesn't handle worth a shit, you're a dickhead. Well, please don't say that. We're just having fun. Take the car and enjoy it. And you want to take it up on Nardo, put it against anybody you want to. Within short order, you'll be able to drive it and have a ball. Now they're coming up on me fast. 14,000 RPMs. Okay. I think this is where we gotta go. Oh, shit, I missed. Well, that's one way to get in there. Yay, I found the right guy. It is the guy that's frowning. Okay, he frowns upon that. That's one hell of a way to do it. I really didn't plan on doing it that way. I would have had to start stopping a long time back. This thing really seems to have all the weight right here, and it pivots like a dirty dog. Oh, it really does. But it's kind of neat. I think you'll like it. It's fun. I mean, it ain't the greatest car you've ever driven on a subtle course. It's not meant to be. It's just fun. It might be the only one that has a pair of tits like this on the back bumper. That now might be a first. I don't know who she is, but she's pretty. Finger painting might be my next thing I want to try. All right. So see, the window does work. I didn't do the side windows, so you can see how dark they get, but you can see out the front. Oh, there, that's pretty dark too. But they do work, trust me. You can see the lights on these guys. All right, well, here we go. We'll take a look at the replay, and I'll get this boxed up for you, and you'll have some fun for the weekend coming up. I think you'll enjoy it. But you'll notice the sky has no more of the triangles leaping in and out, which is a real pain in the ass. Little fluctuation on the building over there. There's our guy, Ben Collins. Always set these cameras in advance so you can have them ready. Oh, we got fuckers are coming in now. Son of a bitch. Fuck, the sky was fine a minute ago. Yeah, it's doing it again. Maybe be because of all the cars. Because I did it just on my own. There was none of that triangle shit. Oh well. Oh well. Hey, I thought I had it fixed. I don't know what goes on. No, it ain't doing it with this camera. Replay cameras on this track. They ain't jumping in and out. Only with the replay. Maybe it needs new replay cameras. Maybe it's not a setting. Or because it's having a hard time with all the cars at once? I don't have the answer. If you guys know the answer to fix that, please tell me. I'm always in for a little helping hand, believe me, because it can save me months of trying things out to find the answer. Usually you guys are willing to give me a hand up, help me make my videos a little better than what they were. Years ago, when I just got started, there was clicks and pops and all kinds of things, and SingleRacers said to me, "Humble, you gotta fix those clicks and pops. Through my Altec Lansing speakers, it sounds gross." So, from that time on, I started doing 2% sound. What do they call it? Sound buffering. So you won't have those horrible clicks and pops all the time. Every single 4.8 minute length of video has to be reduced to 2%. Okay, it is an EOS. Now, if you like this type of racing, this is fun. I don't see why we couldn't do like an Indianapolis 500 on this course. I think that would be fun. See this? This is what I mean. They're treacherous. I would run closer to the cars and have more fun if they didn't pull this shit. Watch how fast we overtake these. See? He tried to knock me on my ass too. Treacherous bastards. Look at a little debris on the course. There we go. Would have been nice if I had been able to turn in and park properly, but that didn't happen. So when you look around, you got a nice little dash. You got a nice place to be. RPM. 333. I like the wing. Alright, here comes the fuck up. Or miscalculation, I should put it. Oh well. Enough is enough. Everybody's gone bananas. Well, guys, I hope you've had some enjoyment with this. I had fun doing it. Boy, the day spent fast, didn't it? That sun is dropping. But I got it on accelerated apparatus. It does kind of remind you of a Grasshopper Jimmy Durante mix, but whatever. We're gonna have fun, huh? Hope you enjoy it, guys. I'll see you soon. Humble out.